Africa is taking center stage in a global shift that's making waves: de-dollarization. That means the powerful US dollar is losing its grip on international trade and Africa is leading the way. But it's not just Africa making moves. Europe, Iraq, and Venezuela are also joining the party. Change is in the air and the whole world is watching. So why is Africa working towards having its own unified currency? Well, they're tired of relying on the US dollar, so they're taking steps to reduce that dependence. Under the umbrella of the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System, or PAPSS for short, this groundbreaking initiative is leading Africa towards a future with a unified currency, where the dollar takes a back seat. The African Export-Import Bank believes that by the end of this year, 15 to 20 countries will join PAPSS. This is not a small change. It's a monumental shift that will reshape the African economy and promote unity among African nations. But wait, that's not all. France, known for its love and revolutionary spirit, has made a bold move. They're also no longer using the dollar in their trade with China. It's like breaking free from the control of the dollar. So what does this mean? The future of the US dollar and the global economy is going through a big transformation. De-dollarization is the talk of the town, and it's shaking up the financial world. The once dominant dollar is facing challenges, and the game is changing. Now, this move is causing a global sensation, and major continents are leading the way with some impressive actions like the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. This incredible system is all about boosting trade and cooperation within Africa by allowing countries to use their own currencies for transactions. This means they're not relying on the US dollar anymore. The African Export-Import Bank is playing a key role in making PAPSS a reality, providing the support and infrastructure needed. And more countries are expected to join PAPSS soon, further reducing reliance on the US dollar and increasing trade within Africa. These actions in Africa and Europe are part of a bigger trend called de-dollarization. It's about reducing dependence on the US dollar in global trade and finding alternatives. The era of one currency ruling them all is coming to an end, and the implications are enormous. Let's rewind to the post-war Bretton Woods Agreement, where the dollar was crowned as the world's reserve currency. It held sway over international trade, finance, and foreign exchange reserves. But de-dollarization means a whole new ballgame. Picture this: a complex web of exporters, importers, currency traders, debt issuers, and lenders, all deciding to ditch the dollar and embrace other currencies. That sounds like a tall order, right? Well, the dollar's share has already taken a hit, dropping from 73% in 2001 to 55% in 2020. And things have only accelerated since then. Sanctions on Russia have been a game-changer, causing de-dollarization to skyrocket at a pace 10 times faster than the previous 2 decades. While the topic may not be making waves in every corner of the world, de-dollarization is the talk of the town globally. Because 2022 was a turning point, the Russia-Ukraine conflict sent shockwaves through Eastern Europe and Euro-Atlantic countries, leading to a wave of sanctions against Russia. The US and EU took the lead, applying these sanctions worldwide. Now let's dive into Iraq, where they're making moves to strengthen their own currency, the Iraqi dinar. They want to take control of the black market exchange rate and stabilize their economy. This is all part of their plan to attract foreign investors and create a more prosperous future. Now, let's shift our focus to France, a country known for its audacity. They've made a significant decision to stop using the US dollar for LNG gas trade with China. This isn't just a one-time thing, it's a strategic move. France wants to break free from the dominance of the dollar and explore alternative currencies and payment methods. But there's more to this story. Venezuela is making bold moves to reduce its reliance on the US dollar. They're challenging the traditional banking system and exploring alternatives to SWIFT, which is a global network used for financial transactions. By seeking independent payment platforms, Venezuela aims to have more control over its international transactions and protect itself from potential US sanctions. But here's where it gets really exciting. Venezuela is embracing cryptocurrencies, like their own national cryptocurrency called the Petro for oil transactions. This means they can bypass traditional finance systems that rely on the US dollar. It's a futuristic move that gives Venezuela more freedom and power in the world of finance. And there's even more to talk about. The BRICS alliance, which includes countries like Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is rising up to challenge the dominance of the US dollar. These countries are joining forces to promote the use of their own currencies in international trade. Let's focus on Egypt for a moment. They're making bold moves by using the Indian rupee for trade with India. the Chinese yuan for trade with China, and the Russian ruble for trade with Russia. It's a way to break free from relying too much on the US dollar and to strengthen their own currencies. Other BRICS countries are doing similar things, and together they're challenging the dominance of the dollar. The BRICS countries have a big goal in mind. They want to be in control of their own economies and be more resilient. How are they doing it? By promoting their own currencies instead of relying on the US dollar. It's a smart move because it reduces their vulnerability to outside influences and makes them more independent. This means they can trade with other countries using their own currencies, which gives them more flexibility and strengthens their bonds with each other. It's a win-win situation for everyone involved. This is a game changer. We're moving towards a time when the dollar won't be the only currency in the spotlight. It's exciting because new power dynamics are being created and the financial system is being rewritten. The BRICS alliance is leading the way. They're making the financial system more inclusive and diverse by using their own currencies in international trade. This means they have more control and independence. But what does this mean for the US dollar? Well, it's going to face some serious competition like never before. When more and more countries use different currencies instead of the US dollar, this means that the dollar's power is getting weaker and other currencies are gaining influence. We're entering a new era where many currencies have a say in how the global financial system works. JP Morgan, a big financial company, has been paying close attention to what's happening. They've noticed something called de-dollarization. This means that countries are relying less on the dollar and using other currencies more. While the dollar is still being used a lot, things are changing. The US dollar's share in global reserves, which are like big savings for countries, is going down. It's at a record low of 58%. This is a big deal because it shows that central banks around the world are not relying on the dollar as much as before. The dollar's power is being challenged, and countries are diversifying their reserves by using different currencies. The BRICS alliance is taking action to use their own currencies more in international trade. This means they have more control and independence in their economic activities. Keep an eye out for more signs of de-dollarization because the financial world is changing. It's an exciting time when the dollar's position is being tested and the world is working towards a new financial system. De-dollarization is going to have a huge impact on the world. More and more countries are realizing the importance of diversifying their reserves, and they're turning to gold as a safe haven. In just 5 years, gold reserves have gone up from 11% to a whopping 15%. This is because countries are feeling the pressure of high US interest rates and tough economic sanctions. They want to be more independent and in control of their own economies, and Russia is leading the way in this movement. It is a new kind of financial world. We're heading towards a more balanced system where different currencies have a bigger role to play. It's exciting and full of possibilities, but it's also a choice you have to make. Are you willing to support this shift towards a more diverse and inclusive financial order? It's up to you to decide if you want to be part of a world where economic power is shared more evenly. The winds of change are blowing, and now is the time to take a stand. De-dollarization will affect all of us, so let's make sure we shape a future that works for everyone. With that said, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. And if you found this content helpful, give the video a like. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.